Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss free fall. Free fall, that is if the object is allowed to fall under the action of gravity, if the object is allowed to fall like this, I am not applying any kind of force on the body. I have just picked it up and just. So I am not allowing any kind of force on a body to go downward. It is the gravity, it is the gravitational force of the earth that applies a force on a body and goes downwards. So if the object allowed to fall free under the action of gravity, then it is called free fall. Really, Galileo did a practical. From the Leaning Tower of Pisa, 3 iron balls. It's very high, 1. 3 balls of different masses were allowed to fall under the action of gravity. 3 balls, iron balls of different masses were allowed to fall. It was observed that all the 3 balls came together. These 3 balls were allowed to fall simultaneously from the height. Lintina or Pisa. It was the practical did by the Galileo, and all the 3 iron balls of different masses reached the earth at the same time. So he made a rule. So he made an observations. No matter whatever the mass is, the shape is, leave that shape. No matter whatever the mass is, if they are allowed to fall simultaneously from a height, they should reach the same time on the ground on that condition neglecting air resistance. मतलब air resistance अगर नहीं हो तो तीनों का तीनों बॉडी, दोनों का दोनों बॉडी सेम टाइम पर जमीन पर पहुंच जाएगा. So he made a statement. So Galileo observed that objects of different masses objects different masses, if they are allowed to fall simultaneously from a height, they would reach the ground at the same point, at the same time. Neglecting air resistance. So this is the thing that happens. But does it happen really? We observe that if the paper and stone, if the paper and stone are allowed to fall from a certain height, it is generally observed that it is the stone that comes first to the ground and then after the paper. So there is a variation in the thinking, not the thinking, observations generally, but Galileo is correct. See, the paper of surface area is greater than the stone. Therefore, the paper experiences more resistance offered by air, whereas the shape of the stone is like that. It is round or pointed or things like that. Therefore, the air resistance decreases. When the air resistance decreases, obviously it will come to the ground first. So this is the question, this is the most popular thinking. So Galileo observed, but it was the Boyle. He did it experimentally. Yes, Boyle's. He made it, he took a vacuum pump, like Boyle's. It was Boyle's experiment. He took a like there is a just pump, the air has been just pump. There is a coil and there is a feather. Suppose this is the coil and this is the feather. They have the different masses. When they are like this, when they are inverted like this, it is observed that the coil and feather reaches the other end simultaneously. It means what? They have a different mass, but air resistance is absent. That's why they are reaching the other point, other end at the center. So Weiss did it experimentally. So you can see Weiss took a tube and here is adjusted, and then after it is observed, a coin and feather is kept it here. Now it is inverted, it is observed, there is the other end at the center. So this is the thing. Next, we are going to solve the questions. There is a question: if feather and coin is allowed to fall simultaneously from a height it is observed that coin reaches the ground first and then feather. Answer is that the surface area of feather is greater than surface area of coin. Alright. Therefore what happens? Therefore the coin experiences more air resistance. The surface area of feather is greater than the surface area of coin. Therefore, the feather experiences more air resistance. In comparison to the air resistance experienced by coin. So the feather comes late. Alright, so it is the not the mass. See the mass, the surface area of feather is greater than the surface area of point. Therefore, feather experiences more resistance in comparison to the resistance experienced by point. You see the size of point is a circular one. When there is a circular one, most of the air will pass and it will experience less resistance. That's why the coin comes to the ground first. So this is the topic that we discussed. Let us see now mass. What is mass? Mass has not exactly any definition, but for the sake of convenience we make a definition. Really we find the mass by comparison. When you go to the market and say the 4 kg or 5 kg aloo or potato, what the shopkeeper does? The shopkeeper keeps a standard mass on the left side and the things which are to be bought by you, purchased by you, is kept on the right pan and they are compared. So the 5 kg or 6 kg potatoes are compared to the mass of standard mass. So this way, so mass, it is the quantity of matter contained in a body. Alright. So we observe like this. Mass is the quantity of matter contained in a body. Look here, inertial loss. We have seen the inertial mass. Inertia we have studied in the first law, Newton's first law of motion, inertia. Alright. So inertial mass. So how can we obtain the mass of any body? Suppose there is a two body. There is a two body. I don't know what is the mass of that body. This is unknown mass. And another is just like this. Suppose this is mass M1 and this is mass M2. Both are unknown. M1 and M2 are both unknown masses. Unknown masses of two bodies. Now we apply the same force. It is a common experience. Suppose a truck is standing there and cycle is standing there. We apply the same force on the cycle and truck. We observe that the cycle comes into accelerations. But the bus, truck, whatever it is, it does not come into the motions. Though we are applying the same force. Then we say, then what? We are we are applying the same force. But acceleration varies. It means there is a something property in that body. Which one body? The cycle and truck. That matters. So we are applying the same force. F1 is equal to M1 or say F simply F. Here also F is equal to m2 a2. So both are F is equal to m1 and this is m2. So we can write here m1 a1 is equal to m2 a2. m1 by m2. By knowing the acceleration of body, we can observe which has a greater mass and which has a lesser mass. If we calculate this, that means what? M is inversely proportional to acceleration. From this, that is acceleration is less, mass will be greater. Condition, what is the condition? We apply the same force on both the bodies. Not everywhere. So in this case, if we are applying the same force and acceleration is less, then mass is greater. So this way we can compare the masses. Even we do the same thing. Today in the market, we go to the market and that person keeps some standard mass 5 kg on site. We have taken is a standard mass and the whole world take it. Alright, that is to be discussed in class 11th unit chapter measurement. Earlier it was the part of the class 9th. So here this inertial mass. Also there is a gravitational mass. So we apply the same formula. Now mass. What is the unit of mass? SI system. It is kilograms and measured by beam balance. So one of the characteristics of mass that it does not change no matter where do you want to carry it, whether it is in here or a moon or somewhere, in general physics, in Newtonian physics. But when you go to the nuclear physics, their mass is also changing, but that's different thing. So we study in this class that conservation of masses. Masses do not change. This is one of the important property. Alright. Now weight. What is weight? Weight is really force. Weight is a force. So weight. Really weight is a force. W is equal to m into c. And we apply the formula F is equal to m into c here. This is m. This is the linear acceleration and this is acceleration due to gravity. So unit will be the same. Alright, so weight is a force. The force by which the earth attracts towards its center of gravity is called weight. Alright, if you want to write the definition, the force, weight is a force. The force by which the earth attracts towards its center of gravity is called weight. Alright, once again, weight क्या है? The force by which the earth attracts towards its center of gravity. So its unit will be the same. What is the unit of force? Newton. Alright. And weight is measured by what? Spring balance. Alright. There is also gram weight into G, 1 by 1000 into G. Alright, 9.8 into 10 to the power minus 3. So these are the things. Thank you.